Want to speak more of your target language? Then you'll need to know more words and phrases. Except the problem is, memorizing word lists is painful and boring. But the good news is, you don't have to memorize for hours. You can glance through our printable visual flashcards and easily master over 1,500 of the most common words. And in this guide, you'll discover how to get free access to visual flashcards, why these flashcards help you acquire words faster than typical word lists or digital flashcards, and how to learn words fast with the flashcards. But first, if you don't yet have access to our language learning system, sign up for a free lifetime account right now. Just click the link in the description to get your free lifetime account. So let's jump in. I'll guide you through our learning system so you get to see exactly what's inside and our members-only study tools. Okay, so what are visual flashcards? Our visual flashcards are printable, illustrated flashcards that teach you the 1,500 most common words across 60 topics. So if you're a member, you already have access. If not, now is your chance to get them for free for a limited time only. We'll close down access soon. So to access these flashcards, sign up for a free account and then go to this page and download these PDFs. So we'll click the Download Now button, and you will find when the download is ready, a big folder of all of the different flashcards that you can use. So open them up, and then we'll go to the folder where we can choose our topic. So in this case, I'll open this one about the lake. So when you open up your flashcards, you'll see a bunch of different images, yeah? And if they are upside down when you open up the file, don't be worried, that's normal and it's okay. So when you open up your flashcards, you'll choose the one that is the most interesting for you, and then make sure that you print them out in two-sided or double-sided format so that there's an image on both sides of the paper so that you can flip over the flashcard, right? So once they're all printed out, you can cut them out and then use them to start learning. So make sure you visit the link in the description to get access to all of these right now. Then next, I want to talk a little bit about how you can use these to learn words fast. But first, I want to talk about how people learn words. Most popularly, it's probably through cramming and memorization, right? But the best way to learn anything is not actually to cram. Rather, you should review the words for just a few minutes a day, every day. And that daily repetition is what locks the language into your memory, and you get used to the words like it's your own native language, right? So that's something that you can do with visual flashcards. You can print them out as physical cards, and you can easily go through them a few minutes a day. And also, if it's physical, it's much easier to reach for it and use it than an app that's just kind of somewhere in like the third screen of your iPhone, right? All of these flashcards also include an image for each word. So your brain can easily create a connection between the image and the word, and this helps you to remember it better instead of just relying on text all the time, which is the case with most digital flashcards and word lists. Okay, so after printing and cutting out your flashcards, there are a few different ways that you can use these visual flashcards to study. So one of the ways, of course, that you can do this is just to go through the flashcards and review them for a few minutes a day to refresh your memory. But I also want to talk a little bit about some different strategies that you can use with these cards so you get different types of practice. So one thing that you can do to get some speaking practice, of course, is to make sure that you read the word out loud. So don't just look at it and read it in your mind. Make sure that you read the word out loud so you actually say, in this case, you know, bench and escalator and kiosk as you look at the picture that's on the visual flashcard. So this is one way that you can get some speaking practice. Another thing that you can do to make sure that you understand and you have good recall is to flip the cards over and take a look at just the picture and then try to remember the meaning. Try to recall the meaning and say it out loud. So that means without reading it. And of course, if you forget, you can flip it over to check. But again, you can do this to practice just your recall. So looking just at the picture, I think it's escalator. Am I correct? Yes, great. Okay. So if you get it wrong, of course, you can put it to the back of the stack and then try again so that you're giving yourself the opportunity to repeat those cards that were challenging for you, yeah? So again, you can just use the card, flip it over, and then get the answer that you need and then put it to the back of the stack. So these are a couple of different ways that you can use the cards to do speaking practice, to get some recall recall practice. And again, these are just ways that you can use the cards alone. You could also use the cards together with your friend. Have a friend test you if you want to as well. Another thing that you can do, depending on the card set that you're using, you can actually place these cards on the objects that they represent in your house. So for example, if you have a flashcard that's for something like your computer or for your refrigerator or something like that, you can put the flashcard on the object that it represents so that you always remember to practice that vocabulary word when you use that object or when you see that item. So these are a few different ways that you can make sure that you quickly memorize these words after seeing them a few times and getting used to practicing with them every day. So, if you want to learn the language and get access to these learning tools and our learning system, sign up for a free lifetime account right now. Just click the link in the description to get your free lifetime account.